Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're looking for some seriously good horror movies to stream this month, you're in the right place. I've put together a list of 12 must-watch horror films that are currently available in May 2025 on Netflix, Prime Video, Max, and Hulu. Whether you're into creepy supernatural stories, intense psychological thrillers, there's something here for you. So let's not waste any time and begin. Number 12. The Parenting. The Parenting, 2025, directed by Craig Johnson, is a supernatural horror comedy that mixes haunted house chills with sharp family dynamics. The story centers on Rohan and Josh, a young couple who bring their very different families together for a weekend retreat at a rented countryside home. What starts as an awkward get-to-know-you gathering quickly descends into chaos when they discover the house is haunted by a centuries-old poltergeist. Tensions rise, secrets are unearthed, and one parent ends up possessed, forcing everyone to confront the literal and emotional ghosts in the room. The cast is one of the movie's biggest strengths. Nick Dodani and Brandon Flynn lead as the central couple, supported by a dynamic ensemble that includes Brian Cox, Edie Falco, Lisa Kudrow, Dee Norris, and Parker Posey. Each actor brings their comedic timing and dramatic chops to the table, adding layers to characters who could have easily felt like caricatures. While The Parenting may not reinvent horror comedy, it delivers a unique blend of family dysfunction and ghostly mischief. It's a playful, sometimes absurd ride that offers laughs, light scares, and a few unexpected emotional beats. Number 11. Elconde. Elconde 2023, directed by Pablo Larraín, is a bold and visually arresting horror satire that reimagines Chilean dictator Augusto Pinochet as a 250-year-old vampire. Set against the backdrop of a decaying mansion in the remote southern tip of Chile, the film delves into themes of power, legacy, and the haunting persistence of authoritarianism. The narrative unfolds as Pinochet, weary of his immortal existence and the dishonor associated with his name, decides to renounce his vampiric life. However, his plans are complicated by his family's greed and a young nun's investigation into his past. The film's black and white cinematography, crafted by Edward Lockman, evokes classic Gothic horror, enhancing the eerie atmosphere and underscoring the film's thematic depth. Critics have praised Elconde for its audacious storytelling and striking visuals. The film holds an 82% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with the consensus noting it as a darkly delirious satire rooted in real-life horror. Its screenplay, co-written by Guillermo Calderón and Larraín, received the Golden Osella for Best Screenplay at the Venice Film Festival, highlighting its narrative prowess. While some reviewers have pointed out pacing issues and a reliance on its central metaphor, Elconde stands out for its unique blend of political commentary and genre filmmaking. By portraying Pinochet as a literal bloodsucker, Larraín offers a provocative critique of the lingering shadows cast by dictatorial regimes. The film is available for streaming on Netflix, inviting viewers into its hauntingly satirical world. Number 10. Disappear Completely. Disappear Completely, directed by Luis Javier Henane, is a Mexican horror thriller that delves into the unsettling consequences of unchecked ambition. The film follows Santiago, an unscrupulous tabloid photojournalist portrayed by Harold Torres, who, after intruding upon a gruesome crime scene, finds himself cursed to lose his five senses one by one. As Santiago's senses diminish, the film employs innovative sound design and cinematography to immerse viewers in his deteriorating perception, creating a disorienting and claustrophobic atmosphere. Critics have noted the film's atmospheric tension and its exploration of themes such as the obsession with death and legacy. While some reviews point out pacing issues and a reliance on familiar horror tropes, Disappear Completely stands out for its unique blend of psychological horror and social commentary. The film is available for streaming on Netflix, offering a haunting experience for those interested in introspective horror narratives. Number 9. Fear Street Prom Queen. Fear Street Prom Queen 2025, directed by Matt Palmer, is the latest installment in Netflix's adaptation of R.L. Stine's Fear Street series. Set in 1988, the film follows Laurie Granger, India Fowler, a determined outsider at Shadyside High who enters the race for prom queen. As prom night approaches, candidates begin to disappear, and a masked killer targets the nominees. The story unfolds as a suspenseful whodunit, blending teenage drama with slasher horror elements. The cast features India Fowler as Laurie Granger, with Susanna Sun, Fina Straza, Chris Klein, David Iacono, Ella Rubin, Ariana Greenblatt, Lily Taylor, and Catherine Waterston in supporting roles. The film's 1980s setting is accentuated by period-specific music and fashion, aiming to evoke nostalgia for classic slasher films. Critics have offered mixed reviews. Some praise the film's energetic pacing and homage to 80s horror, while others criticize its reliance on cliches and lack of originality. The performances, particularly by Fowler and Straza, have been noted as highlights. Number 8. We're All Going to the World's Fair. We're All Going to the World's Fair, directed by Jane Schoenbrunn, is a haunting and introspective psychological horror film that delves into the complexities of adolescence, identity, and the digital age. The narrative centers on Casey, a solitary teenager, portrayed by Anna Cobb, who becomes engrossed in an online role-playing game known as the World's Fair Challenge. This game blurs the lines between reality and fiction, leading Casey down a path of self-discovery and transformation. The film's unique approach combines elements of internet culture, found footage aesthetics, and a slow-burning narrative to create an atmosphere of unease and introspection. Through Casey's video diaries and interactions with an enigmatic online figure named JLB, Michael J. Rogers, the story explores themes of isolation, the search for identity, and the allure of online communities. Critics have praised the film for its innovative storytelling and atmospheric tension. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds an approval rating of 90%, with the consensus stating, "Narratively challenging and visually haunting, We're All Going to the World's Fair adds a uniquely ambitious and unsettling entry to the crowded coming-of-age genre." Number 7. Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot 2024, directed by Gary Dauberman, is the latest cinematic adaptation of Stephen King's 1975 novel. This supernatural horror film follows writer Ben Mears, Lewis Pullman, as he returns to his hometown of Jerusalem's Lot, only to discover that a vampire named Kurt Barlow is turning the townspeople into the undead. The cast includes Mackenzie Lee as Susan Norton, Alfred Woodard as Dr. Cody, Bill Camp as Matthew Burke, and Pilu Asbeck as Richard Strucker. The film premiered at Beyond Fest on September 25, 2024, and was released on Max on October 3, 2024. Critics have offered mixed reviews. While some praised the film's atmosphere and performances, others felt it lacked the depth and terror of King's original work. Despite these critiques, Salem's Lot offers a fresh take on a classic horror story, with a focus on traditional vampire lore and a nostalgic 1970s setting. The film's cinematography and production design have been noted for creating a suitably eerie atmosphere, making it a worthwhile watch for fans of the genre. Number 6. Annabelle. Annabelle, directed by John R. Leonetti, is a supernatural horror film that delves into the origins of the infamous demonic doll introduced in The Conjuring, 2013. Set in 1967, the story follows John and Mia Form, a young couple expecting their first child. John gifts Mia a vintage porcelain doll to complete her collection. However, their peaceful life is shattered when members of a satanic cult violently invade their home. The female cultist, Annabelle Higgins, dies holding the doll, leaving behind a sinister presence that begins to haunt the couple. As unexplained and terrifying events escalate, Mia seeks help from Father Perez, a local priest, and Evelyn, a bookstore owner, to combat the malevolent force attached to the doll. Critically, Annabelle received mixed to negative reviews. While some praised its atmospheric tension and connection to The Conjuring, others criticized it for relying heavily on jump scares and lacking originality. Despite the critiques, the film was a commercial success, grossing over $257 million worldwide against a modest budget of $6.5 million. Annabelle serves as the first installment in a trilogy, followed by Annabelle Creation, 2017, and Annabelle Comes Home, 2019, further expanding the lore of the Conjuring universe. Number 5. The Conjuring. The Conjuring, directed by James Wan, is a masterfully crafted supernatural thriller that blends classic haunted house horror with deeply emotional storytelling. Known for revitalizing the horror genre, the story follows Ed and Lorraine Warren, real-life paranormal investigators who are called to help the Perron family after they experience increasingly disturbing and unexplainable events in their rural farmhouse. As the Warrens delve deeper into the haunting, they uncover a dark and malevolent presence that threatens the family's safety and sanity. The narrative unfolds with a steady buildup of dread, avoiding cheap jump scares while focusing on genuine psychological terror. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga deliver compelling performances as the Warrens, portraying the couple's dedication and emotional vulnerability with nuance and authenticity. The supporting cast, including Lily Taylor and Ron Livingston as the Perrons, adds depth to the story by conveying the fear and desperation of a family in crisis. Critics have praised The Conjuring for its skillful direction, strong performances, and effective storytelling. The film is often noted for its ability to create sustained tension and a chilling atmosphere without relying heavily on cliches. It's widely regarded as one of the best modern horror films, setting a new standard for haunted house stories and launching a successful franchise. You can stream The Conjuring now on HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, and Hulu. Number 4. Scanners. Scanners, directed by David Cronenberg, is a classic sci-fi horror thriller that combines psychological tension with intense supernatural elements. Known for its groundbreaking special effects and unsettling atmosphere, Cronenberg crafts a film that explores themes of power, control, and human evolution in a uniquely disturbing way. The story follows a group of scanners, people with powerful telepathic and telekinetic abilities who become pawns in a dangerous conflict between corporate interests and those seeking to harness their powers for sinister purposes. As the tension escalates, the film builds toward a gripping showdown, blending paranoia with explosive, mind-bending moments that keep viewers on edge. The cast delivers strong performances, with Stephen Lack as the conflicted protagonist, supported by Michael Ironside's chilling portrayal of the antagonist. Their dynamic helps to ground the film's more surreal elements and adds emotional weight to the escalating conflict. Critics have praised Scanners for its innovative special effects, compelling story, and Cronenberg's visionary direction. It remains a cult favorite for fans of sci-fi and horror alike, offering a thrilling, thought-provoking experience that still feels fresh decades after its release. Number 3. The First Omen. The First Omen, directed by Arkasha Stevenson, is a chilling supernatural thriller that delves into the origins of one of horror's most iconic legends. With a dark and atmospheric tone, Stevenson skillfully builds tension and dread, crafting a film that both honors the classic Omen series and introduces new layers of mystery and suspense. The story follows a young woman who begins to suspect that her unborn child may be connected to an ancient evil force. As unsettling events unfold, the film explores themes of fate, destiny, and the battle between good and evil, all while maintaining a tight, suspenseful narrative that keeps viewers hooked without revealing too much too soon. The cast delivers strong performances, with leads who convincingly portray fear, doubt, and determination. Their emotional depth helps ground the supernatural elements, making the horror feel personal and immediate rather than distant or purely spectacle-driven. Critics have praised The First Omen for its effective atmosphere, respectful nods to the original films, and well-paced storytelling. It's a compelling addition to the horror genre that successfully blends classic themes with fresh scares, perfect for fans of psychological and supernatural thrillers alike. Number 2. Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk, directed by S. Craig Zahler, is a gripping Western thriller that masterfully combines intense suspense with brutal, raw storytelling. Zahler's direction brings a fresh, gritty edge to the Western genre, blending moments of quiet, character-driven drama with sudden bursts of shocking violence, creating an unforgettable and immersive experience. The story follows a small group of townspeople, led by a sheriff, who embark on a dangerous rescue mission into a lawless and treacherous wilderness. As they face off against savage and mysterious enemies, the film unfolds as a tense journey filled with unexpected twists and moments of profound humanity, balancing horror and Western elements seamlessly. Kurt Russell delivers a commanding performance as the determined sheriff, supported by a strong cast including Patrick Wilson and Richard Jenkins. Their performances add depth and nuance to the characters, making their perilous mission feel deeply personal and emotionally resonant. Critics have praised Bone Tomahawk for its unique tone, well-crafted tension, and bold storytelling. The film stands out for its ability to blend genres in a way that feels both fresh and respectful to tradition, making it a must-watch for fans of westerns and thrillers alike. Number 1. Kronos. Kronos, directed by Guillermo del Toro, is a beautifully crafted horror thriller that blends supernatural elements with profound human emotion. As del Toro's feature debut, the film showcases his signature style of combining dark fantasy with a poignant exploration of mortality and redemption. The atmospheric storytelling and unique visual style make Kronos a standout in the horror genre. The story follows an antique dealer who discovers a mysterious mechanical device that grants eternal life but comes with unforeseen consequences. As he grapples with newfound powers and the dangers that come with them, the film explores themes of aging, desire, and the price of immortality, all wrapped in a suspenseful and haunting narrative. The cast delivers compelling performances, with Federico Lupi leading as the conflicted protagonist. The emotional depth and subtlety in the performances help ground the supernatural aspects, making the story both engaging and relatable. Critics have praised Kronos for its originality, atmospheric tension, and Guillermo del Toro's imaginative direction. It remains a cult classic that combines horror with thoughtful storytelling, appealing to fans of both the genre and artful cinema.